bonjour! It's Michelle Visage, and it's time for another episode of Whatcha Packin. Joining me today, I'm gonna call her a Jersey girl because that's what she is. It is Olivia Lux. Hey, Olivia.
Hi, Michelle. Good to see you.
I know you're a New York queen and I'm a New York City girl, but really, we go back to Jersey. You gotta trace the roots. Now, what town are you from? You're from the Philly side, aren't you?
Yes, specifically Buna, New Jersey. Not a lot of people know of it, but it's a very small farm town.
What's it called?
Buna Vista.
You mean like Buena?
Everybody pronounces it Buena, and we always have to say, oh, we call it Buna, but I'm pretty sure it's Buena.
Is it spelled B-U-E-N-A?
That's what we said on the football field.
Girl, it's Buena! That is so New Jersey to jack it up and call it Buna. Anyway, top 5 in RuPaul's Drag Race. And you've been doing drag for just a little bit over a year?
Yeah, when I applied, I just celebrated my 1 year.
So you're a performer, you're a piano player, you're kind of theater kid. How did the switch come to drag? Was there always something in you, or were you seeing kind of an opening saying, you know what, I'm missing a beat here, I should be doing this?
I definitely started seeing that switch in college. I would get cast for roles. I played Angel in Rent like 3 times in college.
Right.
And then started to play around with like gender expression. And one day I remember in like a jazz dance class, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna do like the girls dance number today. And I remember that being just like a controversial day in the jazz class. And I think that's when I just was like, you know what? I really want to explore this a little further. Put makeup, put all that stuff together, and bam, Olivia Lux.
Olivia Lux is fantastic. Fell in love with you from the moment I saw you.
Oh.
You're so bouncy and light and fun and sweet and lovable, but you seemed like your whole head was in the game. If I said something to you, you wanted to hear what it was, you wanted to take it back, and you wanted to put it to use. And that is the best part of RuPaul's Drag Race, when people listen and they're ready to make the effort, especially being a drag baby. So it's quite impressive. And episode 1, you beat Rosé in the lip sync, who is a very seasoned queen, as you know. What was that like for you?
That was wild. Yeah, I'd seen her around in New York City and like drag royalty. I had been to her shows even before I even started drag. So just to be in the same room and on the same stage as her was kind of just like crazy. But yeah, drag fetus, and I think you hit the head on the nail. Like,
I love that you just said, hit the head on the nail. Absolutely an Olivia Lux saying. Hit the nail on the head. That is so cute.
It isn't head on the nail?
Hit the nail on the head. Do you think that you were underestimated by the rest of the girls because you are a little drag fetus?
I definitely think early on the girls were like, what does she have to bring? That really gave me the fuel and fire I needed in the competition to just continue to do me. And once I started to get some wins under my belt, I feel like the girls were like, she's like, here, okay, she's a competitor. And that really felt great.
It should feel great because you killed it up there. The fact that you are so new at it just tells me that you have a gift. This is what you are meant to be doing. You came here to slay, and you absolutely did. You have remained really sweet and really approachable and really likable. Is it an act you put on? Were you raised that way?
I'm really close with my grandma and my aunts and my mom. They all raised me, and I really like to think that I took pieces of like each and every one of them, and they're so a part of Olivia Lux. That like feminine energy just combined, like created her.
Do you have siblings?
I do. I have little siblings. I'm the oldest. We're 10 and 15 years apart, so huge age gap. Actually, just last night I was talking to my mom, and she said, you're really making drag and art normal in the family. And I said, what do you mean? And she was like, they look at you and they look at all your videos on YouTube and stuff, and they see someone being really fabulous and going after their dreams. They don't think, oh, that's a person in a dress or...
Aww. Well, how beautiful to have a mom that could say something like that to her child. That in and of itself, Mom, is a big change, because just 10 years ago, I would go to gigs and I would see kids saying my parents threw me out, or they don't like me, or they don't love me because I'm gay, or I do drag, or I'm trans, whatever the situation is. Now, to hear these beautiful stories of parents not only standing by their gay, queer, or different child, but also encouraging them to do their craft, to do their art. So that's a really beautiful thing. And your mom and your grandma, your auntie, they all deserve credit for that. But something I want to give you credit for is this weight loss journey of yours. I mean, 300 pounds?
Yeah, in high school, it was rough, Michelle. It was rough.
Right.
I was in marching band and I played the piccolo, which is the smallest instrument.
This big!
And I was the largest kid.
I was a woodwind girl in the marching band. I played the
Yes!
clarinet, then bass clarinet. Then I played the bassoon, which was ridiculous. So then I switched to the saxophone, but then I gave it all up for pom-poms because I wasn't getting laid in the marching band.
I mean, it's the curse of the woodwinds. Yes, I'm very familiar. Yes.
I had to get my own woodwind, honey.
Right.
So how did that journey start for you? Because weight loss, gosh, it's so individual and it's such a difficult thing to just blatantly talk about it because there's one side that's like, stop eating, just stop putting crap in your mouth. And the other side is like, you don't understand, this is an addiction. So where did you fall in that and how did you rescue yourself?
I mean, one day I came home from the doctors and my mom was in the car and she just said, we got to do something. I was classified as obese at the time and I wasn't doing any physical activity. I feel like I found theater and I found dance all at the same time. And I just remember just being really excited to move and get up. And I think my mom also really helped a lot. She was cooking healthier and she was also going through a weight loss journey herself. We kind of together came out on the other side, which was a really cool experience in high school. Then I went off to college and everything was go, 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 and chasing my dream of someday being, you know, on a stage somewhere under lights.
Well, for somebody who's struggled with her weight for many years, it doesn't sound like you tried very hard. It sounds like your mama cooked for you. You did a little fast walking in the marching band, and then you started dancing.
Well, okay, so my mom said in the car, you're doing a sport. And I was like, what? She said, you pick one. This year in high school, you're gonna do a sport. And I was terrified.
What'd you pick?
Tennis.
Right.
I was like, let me get a cute little racket. You know, maybe I could put some stones on it or something, some glitter, whatever.
Tennis isn't easy, Olivia. There's a lot of running back and forth.
I found out the first day of practice, Michelle. I found out the first day. My coach, Coach Dana, if you're out there watching, he made me run up and down and up and down. That got me moving and motivated to be a little bit more like, maybe I should do something more than just like sit on the couch and watch videos of Britney Spears.
Well, that's fun too, but losing over 300 pounds and keeping it off is no small feat, so you should be commended. Obviously, nobody's judging the way you were before, except maybe kids in high school, but they all suck anyway.
Absolutely.
This is your own personal journey, so I'm happy for you that you're healthy and you feel strong about it, and you did it with your mom. That's kind of really special.
Definitely, and I like to think about the future too, you know?
Yeah.
I'm a drag artist and I want to be doing this for a really long time. I got to be good to myself and my body and my soul, so.
Well, it's not easy to do, especially in a lockdown and going through all this. There was a lot of banana bread, a lot of sourdoughs, a lot of, well, what else am I gonna do? I'm gonna cook, I'm gonna bake. Let's talk about this gorgeous finale dress that you were just this short of wearing. I know. Who made this lovely piece, Olivia?
This was made by a fabulous designer in Chicago. His name is Eddie Couture. He did a bunch of other my pageant-y type, sequin-y outfits, the yellow gown he did, and my showgirl outfit that I did for the music video first challenge that we did. So yeah, I really, really love this piece. Classic Olivia Lux glamour, but definitely like heightening it with all the flowiness and goddess-esqueness.
If there was a challenge that you said, okay, I wish I can do that one over again, which one would it be?
I loved my journey. You know, I got eliminated on a challenge that I could have chosen another character, I could have acted a different way. But in a small way, I like to think that me choosing that character and then getting to see it back and getting to experience that role the way I did it showed me a lot more than if I were to do something another way and perhaps get in the top 4. Well, actually, you know what? Let me take that back. Snatch Game, let's just totally erase that. Let's erase that. That's my final answer, Regis.
Well, Olivia, I am so proud of all the work that you've done in your human life, in your drag life, your piano playing, your piccolo playing. I can't wait to see you and give you a big hug. I'm so proud of you, Olivia.
Thank you, Michelle. I really appreciate it. Love you.
I love you too, honey. See you soon. Thanks for watching another episode of Whatcha Packin. I'll see you next time. Bye. Subscribe to the Drag Race YouTube channel for all things Drag Race.